Welcome to the overview of the full service table configuration on the Microsale POS software offered by POS Place. Our contact information can be located on our YouTube channel, or you can reach us on our website, posplace.pro. Let's get started. The server would log in with their code in the login screen. Click Login, and this screen would show any tables they already have open to them. If they wanted to open a table, they can do it. There's two different ways: Start Table, or I'll show you another way after this example. Let's just go to Start a Table, and they would then at that point need to know what table. Let's just say it's table 3. Done. And then there's 4 people in that party. So this is an example of a menu that one of our customers had us configure for them. And of course, there are other videos in the playlist that will show the menu in full description, but this is basically the categories that they requested that we place for them and the items within. So for example, their appetizers, soups and salads, steaks and chicken, pasta, so on and so forth. Let's go back to the menu and start that table. So the first person in that table you probably would assign by seat number, called tray here. So the first tray, we're going to go ahead and say that the individual wanted baked clams. Then we go to the second person in that seat, that's tray 2. They wanted rollatini. Go to the third person, and they wanted the bruschetta. As soon as that order is complete, you would go ahead and click Done. And of course, that ticket is printed in the kitchen for the cooks to get that order ready. So you log back in. So of course, it'll time out after that order's done. This can be configured any which way you like. Typically, you want it to sign back out because there are other servers sharing the same POS system, but we can configure that any which way you like. So they would log back in, and then when you get back in the screen here, of course, it'll show all the tables assigned to them. So they have this one table that they have, table 3. The name of this server is called Cashier C, just for demo purposes, and it's been about a minute, and so far the total for that check amount is about $31.50. Another way to open a table is to go to the dining room. So once you click the dining room, you'll see, you pick a floor plan. Some restaurants have different floor plans, a patio or maybe an upstairs, but we just pick the one floor that we do have, and it'll show the table it's reserved. This screen does time out pretty quickly, but you get to see the table layout. Let's just say you wanted to start another table on table 9. You select table 9, click 5 people, and then again, you would go through that order. Let's just say we're not doing seat number at this time. They did a family style or whatever the case may be. Let's just go ahead and go with pasta. And they wanted angel hair, arrabbiata. Those are the modifiers they requested. And these are other additional options with that meal. They go with the bowl of soup. Just keep in mind, I wanted to bring this up to your attention right now. You'll see that there's a non-cash adjust line on this transaction. This particular customer has it configured to where they're passing along the surcharges to the customer for the credit card fees. That's about 95% of restaurants are passing along those fees to the customers, and that's what that line is that you'll see there. We obviously offer credit card processing as well, and we can configure your POS to pass along those fees as well. Let's continue here, and let's just say they wanted to add a few sides on this order. We'll go with French fries and sauteed shrimp. Okay, so again, once you click Done, that order is complete, and it brings you back to the login screen, and then of course the kitchen received that order. Let's go back in. Okay, so I showed you 2 different ways. You could either open a table from the button, Start Table, or you go to the dining room to see your dining room to see what table's available if you needed to do that, and then you would click the dining room. So again, it's this button here, Start Table, and then there's Dining Room, which brings you here. You click the floor plan. Obviously, these are the 2 tables, and the color means that they've been sitting for a while, so it gives you a heads up of what's going on. Order's been taken here in blue. And to return back to your server menu, there's a server menu button right there, and of course that screen times out, so it'll bring you right back here anyway. So let's just say that first table wanted something else, right? So we'll go to table 3, you click it, it brings that order back up. Again, remember this particular order, we had 3 seats and we assigned seat 1, seat 2, and seat 3. This is tray 1, the first individual or seat. Let's just say the third person in that group wanted something, so you toggle over to seat 3 or tray 3, and then we'd add an item. Let's just say they wanted zucchini fritti. You go ahead and add the item, and of course, again, you see that non-cash adjustment there. Again, right now at this point, this is going to be one check, right? And I can show you in other videos on how we split checks and go through other features that are available. So we click done, and again, it returns you back to the login screen. Again, this is for your safety and security of that server, so no other servers are in their reserve tables. So we'll go back in again. Okay. 2 tables that are available. Now all these buttons that I wanted to explain here, I will go through in separate videos that'll be in the playlist, like how to split a check, how to unsplit a check, how to transfer a table to another server. For example, a particular server is leaving for the day and they're just transferring a table. You can merge tables, how to apply a tip, all very basic and simple. I can show videos in the playlist on that as well, or just check with us and I can send you a personal video if you'd like. You can reopen checks, change the name of a tab or table. We can go through list checks. I won't go through these here for the sake of keeping the video short, just to show you the overview of the full service table configuration. And of course, list servers would be a manager feature where the manager can log in and see what servers are working and what tables that they have assigned. Server report would be how to open and close their audits or shifts, you may call it, for the servers. I won't go through that. There's a separate video in the playlist for that. And to find a check, basic functions that are available. Of course, I won't go through them here, but there are endless amounts of functions that are available here. Just the video would be way too long to go through it here. So let's go ahead and close out one of these checks. Let's just say this table is ready to close out, and we're going to close the check, right? You can print the check, so you can print it, hand it to them, right? Prints on the printer. They have it, then they come back and they say, okay, yeah, we're ready to pay. Here you go. So it's green's presented. Check's been presented in green. All the colors would mean something. We'll open that check again, and now they're ready to close the check. And that's the total of the check, right? So we split the check into, well, we split the seats into 3, right? So we would know who would receive what food items for the server. But as far as the check, we didn't split the check, right? So we left it intact. And again, I'll show you how checks are split in other videos you'll find in the playlist. But simple and sweet here, we'll go ahead and just do a cash transaction. Of course, you can do cash, credit card, gift card, which we here at POS Place supply to our customers as long as we do have the credit card processing agreement with our company. We will supply you custom-made gift cards that you can sell to your customers and offer that as another product. So, and of course, there's house account that's offered as well. I'm not sure many restaurants are doing house accounts. It's sort of like a tab that you keep open for a long time, which we don't recommend, but for your sake of your business, you may be doing that. But anyway, let's just close this out. And just before I close out, you'll see the 2 totals here. There's a cash total. So if the customer's paying cash, that is their total, the $41.19. And if the customer's paying with a credit card, it's $42.75. That includes that credit card surcharge. So you can tell them both totals, and actually on their check that they've received that you printed, it'll show the 2 totals. So they'll see that, and it'll also have a statement stating if it's cash, it's this amount, credit card, it's this, and they're aware of the surcharges that they'd be responsible for if that's how you choose to configure the system. So we'll go ahead and get cash. Okay, and that's all. I appreciate your attention here, and I will follow up with other videos in the playlist. Thank you.